Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ranjit, and my question to you is that we are from the hospitality industry, and we are not going to work at the same place throughout our life. My question is that if we're going to change our location of work, how do I overcome the fear of not being extrovert when I'm at the unfamiliar place?
Change. Thank you. That's a wonderful question. And sorry, your name was?
Ranjit.
Ranjit. Thank you, Ranjit. You can sit down. Ranjit has a wonderful question. Afraid of change, fear of going into new places because she feels she is not an extrovert. Ranjit, you feel if you would be an extrovert, you would not have this fear and you will not fear change. I agree? Do you agree with that? Yes? How many of you feel the same thing, that you are not extroverts, you're introverts, and you feel afraid when going into a new place, a new situation? Raise your hands, please, a few students. Okay. Now, number one, who will not experience some degree of fear in a new place, in a new setting? Extrovert or introvert apart, but extroverts do find it a lot easier to break ice and be comfortable in new settings, while introverts, they take their time. Ranjit, I think one of the most important things for you is to understand that it's going to take time, probably a little bit longer for you than someone who's an extrovert. And for you to be comfortable with that. And you can actually convey this to your colleagues and to your team members in the new workplace. And say, I take a little bit time to open up, and that's, if they are suspecting that you're not fitting in or you're not comfortable, you can actually communicate this to them. But for you to be comfortable with the fact that you're going to take time to adapt. However, you can speed up the process. Extroversion, you can be an ambivert. Have you heard of the term? Ambivert is someone who can switch between being introvert and extrovert. That's an ambivert who can switch between both these things. And you can be that person, right? Which means if you feel you're an introvert, you can cultivate the qualities of being an extrovert with practice. Very simple things, right? Like, as I said, shared with my communication skills video earlier, try to strike up with a conversation with a stranger. And in this industry, it's going to give you 100 opportunities to do that, because apart from your repeat customers aside, you are going to get a lot of strangers coming into your restaurant or your cafes and other places, and for you to have a conversation with them, and that's going to build up that confidence. The more you do something that you're afraid of, fear goes up or down. If you do something again and again, and that something is something you're scared of earlier, the more you do it, the less scared you are. Skydiving. The more you do it, the less scared you will be. The first time, oh my God, I can't even show that video or the photographs of my skydive, right? Because I thought I was brave until I left the aircraft, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack today, right? And that time you're up in the air, you can't even do anything. And so, but perhaps if I do it, and now I'm sitting in a plane and there's mild turbulence, it doesn't bother me, right? I've done a skydive, so it doesn't affect me anymore. So for you, it's very important to understand, to deliberately expose yourself to situations of which you have some fear, which you avoid. If you continue avoiding them, what's going to happen? You'll be afraid for the rest of your life. If you confront that situation, what's going to happen? You'll say, oh my God, I was exaggerating. It's not that big. Not that big in reality. So, how you kill fear of anything, especially irrational fear, fear of the unknown, by stepping forward, taking it one step at a time, and then reminding yourself, I've done this before, I can do it again. And slowly you build up that self-confidence, you give yourself the time, and you understand, human beings, most of us we resist change. We do. We get a sense of insecurity from change. Some people would rather stick to the same things just because they're afraid of changing. And I warn you, you have to be careful from these people, because they will keep complaining about how bad things are. You tell them a solution, they will never follow your solution. And then the same problems will keep recurring. They'll come to you again. And they'll say how bad their life is, how bad the world is. And you tell them the solution again. They'll never follow your solution. They love to get the attention. by complaining about the issues. Right? The moment you tell them, you should do this, no, they'll give you a very solid reason of why they can't do it. Deep down, we're all a little bit scared of change, but the ones who are able to succeed in whatever they choose in life are the ones who are able to step forward despite the internal resistance. You're all going to face that internal resistance, but for you to step forward and say, hey, I can do this. Let me try it. It's not about winning or losing. If one of my favorite philosophies about living life is the growth mindset by Professor Carol Dweck at Stanford University. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Wonderful, wonderful thing. He says growth mindset people and fixed mindset people. I want all of you to explore, watch her TED Talk, watch her videos about the growth mindset. Professor Carol Dweck. He says growth-minded people are curious. What are they? Curious. Let me find out. Let me try. Let me experiment. They are not afraid of embarrassment. Please keep in mind, these guys, growth-minded people, they're not afraid of embarrassment. They're okay if people laugh at them because they know whatever skill they've learned in life, they've made mistakes and people have always laughed at them. So they're comfortable. They take it as a part of the process. Fixed mindset people will never come to even close to anything in which there is risk of embarrassment or a risk of failure. They're like, no. Me. I'm Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect. I can never be seen as imperfect. Therefore, you want me to do that thing? Oh, no. I will not even go close to that thing because if I do that thing, I'm going to be exposed. The world will suddenly know he or she is not perfect. So I will stay away from that. And what will happen? The situation will continue to remain the same. It will perpetuate itself. Growth-minded people, they're driven by curiosity. These guys, they already think they know everything there is to learn. They believe they know everything. They don't want to go closer to the things which challenge them. They love challenges. Growth-minded people love challenges. Fixed-minded people avoid challenges. These are always learning. Fixed-minded people never want to learn anything new. They resist feedback. Fixed-minded people resist feedback. They will fight back at you. Try giving feedback to a fixed-mind person and it's going to be a waste of time. You will give up. You'll do it once, twice, thrice and you say, okay, nothing's going to move here. Nothing's going to change here. I better go somewhere else. Growth-minded people welcome feedback. They welcome if somebody is giving them a hand. You see, these guys, it's very difficult to help them. In fact, it's very difficult to help anyone in life who does not want to be helped. It's worth repeating. It's very difficult to help someone who does not want to be helped, who refuses help. These guys are that category. Growth-minded people say, hey, I'm willing to learn. I'm ready to learn. Show me the way. If you extend a hand to them, they will grab that hand. They'll come forward. That's how they move forward in life. All right? So you just have to remember, change is okay. Fear is okay. Being an introvert is okay. But I must approach my life using a growth mindset and using curiosity. Curiosity is one of the powerful ways of dealing with fear. Remember as a child, you were afraid of the dark? How many of you were? Perhaps you overcame that fear using curiosity. Let me go out today in the dark and see what are all the monsters which are hiding there. And then you go there and there's no monster and that's how you overcame that. Right? Curiosity will help you. Let's try, let's experiment, let's see. That's the spirit, all right? Thank you for posing that wonderful question.